Hi friends, today I'm going to explain you how to create a app service principal. So this is the screen where I've already logged into Azure portal. When you click on this button, so you can see Azure Active Directory, and this is purely based on the permission. If you have Azure Active permission, then only you can create a service principal. So when you click on Azure ID, and there is option to select app registration, and then click on new registration. So here you can mention your app name. For example, in this case I can give you demo app, right? And then choose account share organization according to your requirement, and then this is optional, but this may be required sometimes when you are using app service principal with a redirect URI validations, and such that you can specify where you want to redirect back to your request, or else it is normal cases it is optional, and then click on register. So now app ID is created. Oh sorry, it is service principal. So what there is two things which you need to capture as part of the service principal creation. The first thing is client ID, which will be referred as application bracket client ID. This is the ID you need to copy, and also the token, sorry, the certificate and secrets, where you need to generate a secret for your client ID. So you have to choose expiry date, like 1 year, 2 year, or never. So I choose never, and give some description like IT team something, and then add. So that will generate a secret key. So copy this key and paste into somewhere in the notepad. So this is a client secret. And then client ID, which is copied here. These are the two values required when we try to use this service principal. So next section I'm going to explain you API permissions. So basically API permission is the one which gives actual authorization to access so many other resources, or what you can say, like Office 65 or any Office 65 products. You can give basically through API permission, you can give an access permission to various other component. For example, I can show you one component, like click on add permission. There you can, if you are trying to use Azure DevOps, you can give an permission to access Azure DevOps for this app service principal. And then Office 65 management APIs, this is mainly used if you are trying to use any Office 65 APIs, like create user or logs, or modify any user properties and all based on availability of APIs. So basically through this app service principal you can trigger those operations in your code. And also you can use to access a SharePoint. This is one of my favorite subjects. So where you can when you select a SharePoint, it will give you two types of permission. One is delegate permission, which is kind of accessing SharePoint APIs through Office Microsoft Graph API. Like I can access all the sites within my tenant, and I can add any component to within a site, like by providing a proper permission. For example, in this case, just choose all site full control, and then click on add permission. Similarly, you can add more permissions. For example, Power BI runtime. So this will be useful within your organization if you have a like a dev UAT for Power Apps environment within a Power App tenant. So where you can move your apps between those environments through Azure CI/CD pipeline, or through PowerShell script, you can use this app permissions. So those permissions can be provided through here. You can select delegate permission, add permission. So like this, you can add any permission for your service principal. So you can add Azure Key Vault and Dynamic CRM, and also you can use Skype for Business APIs if you want to use YAM or Exchange, and even you can use Azure Active Directory Graph APIs. So whatever the permission if you want, you can give to your API, so that you can invoke any APIs through the client ID side, client secret, which we copied in our notepad. So this is all about app registration, API permission. Apart from this, now we'll go to the Azure portal, where how you can give a permission to Azure resources. The first permission which I'll show you at the subscription level. So you can go to give auto subscription, and in subscription level you can give a permission. For example, so select the subscription which you want. For at the moment you can see only one subscription name. So then go to access control. So in access control, this is where you will assign access to any of like user accounts or AD groups or service principal. So here we are explaining about service principal. Just choose the service principal which we created previously. So this is check access permission. So actually I need to add a permission. I'll click add role assignment. So then select a role. So there are different set of roles. If you are familiar with Azure portal, you might have known like what owner, contributor, reader does. In this case, I'm going to choose contributor, and then access permissions. So then select maybe, yeah, so the demo, yeah, this is our app, and then save. So that now I have a permission at the subscription level where I can contribute, like creating resources and resource group, or within resource group I can create function, logic app, storage account, Azure Blob. So I have a contribute access on those on that particular subscription level. Apart from this, you can also give permission to individual resources. For example, I have just test logic app. So you can go to access control, logic app, and then here I can choose add. For example, let's see previously assigned role. See this. So right now we have contribute access because we have given permission at a subscription level. This is inherited from subscription. If it was not there, then we can give only add role assignment, then choose yeah, this is the one, and then select demo app, and then because we don't have any option to add again because it's already added. Either you can remove. If it was not given at a subscription level, we can manually add here, so that this service principal will have access on this logic app. Similarly, you can add any resources permission through service principal. So what is the advantages of using service principal? You can use in your like if you are writing something, a shell script code where you can use your service principal. For example, if you are invoking, if you are given access to service, a logic app or a function or a storage, you can invoke those things within a logic app. You can use a service principal authentication, and also sometimes when you are using Azure CI/CD pipelines, so in there you might be creating a new service connections to connect to the resource group, connect to the subscription, or connect to SharePoint, connect to like Power Apps. You can use the service principal to connect and do like a deploy or add components, delete components, or something like deploying a script, or so anything you can execute using service principal. So this is all about service principal. Thank you.